Expenditure in the 2019 budget has increased to $52.07 billion, $300 million more. Finance Minister Colm Imbert presented his 2019 mid-year budget review in the House of Representatives this afternoon, asking approval, too, for a supplementation of $1.839 billion. He said the economy was growing again and added that it's projected to stabilize around 2% annually by 2021. More from Mahalia Joseph-Wharton.
For the first half of the year, Finance Minister Colm Imbert said revenue was $706 million more than anticipated and expenses $2.55 billion less, leading to a deficit of $1.85 billion.
This performance is another indication of our ability to manage the country's finances prudently and carefully. Madam Speaker, the achievement of the stabilization objectives with revenue and expenditure, now in broad alignment, represents a solid foundation on which transformation and growth would now be anchored.
Minister Imbert said total expenditure has been revised upwards to $52.07 billion, an increase of approximately $300 million over the budgeted 2019 expenditure of $51.77 billion. He said because of lower oil prices, total revenue, which was budgeted at $47.72 billion, is projected to fall by $221.0 million to $47.50 billion, with an overall fiscal deficit of $4.57 billion compared with $4.05 billion as originally budgeted.
The oil price assumption used in the 2019 budget statement will therefore be adjusted to $60 per barrel. But with gas prices averaging US 3.26 per MMBTU over the period October 2018 to April 2019, the gas price assumption has been revised upwards to US $3 per MMBTU from the 2.75 used in the original budget.
The minister has also proposed a supplementation of $1.839 billion to be dispersed to 18 areas, including the judiciary, which will receive $57.682 million, the Ministry of Finance $709 million, Ministry of National Security $200 million, the Ministry of Education will be allocated $50 million, and the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services will receive $227.5 million to meet the increases in the senior citizens' pensions as well as for flood victims. Minister Imbert also announced there will be a 3-month tax amnesty this year, starting in mid-June and extending to mid-September 2019, ahead of the introduction of the Revenue Authority. The amnesty, he said, will extend to all forms of taxation, and appropriate legislation to give effect to this measure will be introduced in the lower house within the next few weeks. Mahalia Joseph-Wharton, TTT News.
And Minister of Finance Colm Imbert also announced a further injection of $300 million for the Tobago House of Assembly for the construction of several projects through debt financing.
I am pleased to announce that as Minister of Finance, I intend to grant approval in the very near future to the Tobago House of Assembly to raise loan financing on the local market, a budget promise in the sum of $300 million for a number of development projects in our sister isle, including health and sporting facilities, housing, roads and bridges, coastal protection, and the THA's innovative Intelligent Island ICT project.
Touching on the airbridge, Minister Imbert said Caribbean Airlines is managing the airbridge carefully and has been adjusting its schedule to facilitate smooth travel between Trinidad and Tobago.
In 2018, CAL provided 1,053,910 seats to and from Tobago, with usage of 86% or 962,302 seats. In the first 3 months of 2019, CAL has provided 250,071 seats, with utilization of 223,991 seats, or 90%.
The Finance Minister also mentioned that the Sea Bridge is being consolidated with the new modern fast ferry, the Jean de Valette, which is to arrive shortly. This will provide additional capacity for 800 passengers and 230 cars. Opposition leader Colm Imbert has called the 2019 mid-year budget review presented by Minister of Finance Colm Imbert a backtrack and said the politics of the past will not help the PNM-led government to win the upcoming elections. Mrs. Imbert said the government failed to address matters of unemployment and economic stability.
So this midterm review proposes nothing to change the direction of the downward spiral we are experiencing in the country. What we are witnessing today is a government which thinks that the politics of the past can help them as we move closer to elections. Listen, into your fourth year, nothing for the poor, nothing for the suffering.
The opposition leader questioned the announcement of a 3-month tax amnesty from mid-June to mid-September ahead of the implementation of the Revenue Authority.
Amnesty is to allow you 3 months amnesty, and then you pay after the 3 months. I want the minister to explain what he meant when he said a 3-month tax amnesty. They find it very funny, but I'm sure people in the country want to know what you mean by a 3-month tax amnesty. Because a lot of people will be very happy with such an amnesty.